Hello, and here we are back with yet another value, and this one is going to be the value of responsibility. Now, that's a value and a half as well, because like every value is interesting, and when I prepare for these values as well, just to talk into it, as I say, they're all 2 pages. Part of it explains exactly what the value is, then the benefits, the characteristics, and steps to follow to get better at this, including self-evaluations and more of those kind of wonderful things. But it is powerful stuff, and when I read through them every time, it gives me reminders just by reading through them, not even facilitating these values. So the value of responsibility. Now, there's a great quote in that, and it says, your life begins to change the day you take responsibility for it. How is that? How many of us sit there every day and complain about, oh, my life's so bad because it's my wife, my partner, my children, my environment, my parents, my neighbor, my people at my job, my boss, my dog. It's everybody else's responsibility to make your life better? No, I'll read that quote again. Your life begins to change the day you take responsibility for it. Now, if you haven't done so in the past, there's good news. There is today. You can start today and your life will change for the better. And moving forward, it will improve all the time when you start taking responsibility. So it's I always say that it's we can complain about everything, but it doesn't do you any good. If you have any problems, bring solutions to the table and follow through on those solutions, or start brainstorming with other people in masterminds. I love masterminds because the synergy in a mastermind is phenomenal, as the Napoleon Hill already talked about since 1937 in Think and Grow Rich. Another great book, by the way. But it is so important. And when you start asking the person in the mirror some great questions about where he is going, what is wrong with his life, and how can he do something about it. So it's not just asking questions, how are you this morning? Oh, it's bad again. Because no. Hello, how are you today? Life is going to be beautiful, but what can we do to make it even better? Now that's a bit a different greeting to that person in the mirror than, oh, it's Monday, look at my eyes. No, we need to take responsibility for our lives and our circumstances. It's not always say that we can always do something about it, but if we open our mind to it, and then we attract different circumstances and different people that maybe can be able to help us, because we don't have to do it all alone. But we certainly never sit there complaining on our own, because it doesn't do an awful lot of good, because nobody else hears it and nobody else these complaining circles, nobody else is there to come, oh yes, you're right, of course, and it's so bad. No. The same with the good news. You will, in an environment where things are better, I talked about that already, about developing people, that you need to sow in fertile soil and sow what you want to reap. And the same with responsibility. So if you sow bad things in a group, but guess what's coming? More of that's coming back, and you go at the end of, maybe you feel better at the end of the day because the things that are happening to them are better than what happens to you, but you're still not taking responsibility. See, responsibility is accepting that you are the cause and the solution, no matter what. I love that when I saw that, and that's why I incorporated it here as well. No matter what, you are the cause and the solution. So there's good news, and there's even better news. And there's bad news as well, because it's your choice. The good news is it's your choice. The bad news is it's your choice. See, one of the greatest realizations that we can come to is that we have the ability to create the life that we want. Yes, we can control our own lives when we decide to take the responsibility for it. See, as a result, we are also capable of eliminating or changing the things that we don't like. But at first, we need to take responsibility for that and need to know what it is. See, ultimately, we must also realize that the consequences we face in any situation are a direct result of our own decisions. That might hurt a little. Every decision we make affects us and the people around us. Once we develop a reputation for being responsible, we will find that other people see us as trustworthy and dependable. How about that? Resulting in deep and lasting relationships. How many people have you been around that don't take responsibility? They don't turn up on time. They never do what they say they were going to do, and then they complain about everything that's wrong and they blame everybody else. How do you feel about them? But how do you feel about, oh, there's a bird going by outside, agreed. But how do you feel about the other side, where people are responsible they come with solutions to the table, they take care of stuff, makes you feel much better, and you start to trust each other much better, much more. And so if we are seen as responsible, we are valuable to our team and our organization. And I talked in teamwork, that is not only the team at work, it could be your family, your community, your friends, and other teams that you can, in your religion, in your culture, in your anything. Responsible team members look for opportunities to serve and add value to others. That adds significance into their life as well. When there is a conflict or a problem, we proactively seek solutions. And that's where the key is. And of course, you know, there's benefits, characteristics, and steps to follow. If you've been with me now for the last X amount of values already, and there's more to come. But here we go. Some benefits of practicing responsibility. Or should I say practicing responsibly? You will be in demand. Others will recognize your value and desire to have you on their team. Of course. Do you want people who are responsible, or do you want irresponsible people on your team? I know it's a simple question, and it's a simple choice. You will experience personal growth when you take ownership for your choices and learn from your mistakes. That's also very important. So you can't do that. Learn from your mistakes. And you know, when you learn from your mistakes, when you take action on stuff, then you evaluate it, and then you look at the end of the day, when you take that evaluation on your daily actions, what did I do well? What did I do not so well? What do I need to change, and what do I never have to do again, or should never do again? If you can answer these questions, then tomorrow you're better prepared for the same kind of stuff. That's experience, and we only get it after we make mistakes, unfortunately. Or if we learn from other people's mistakes, that's another good one, of course. You grow as a person and feel tremendous satisfaction as you become the person that you want to be. Be the change you want to see in the world. That comes from taking responsibility for your own life first. And then there are some characteristics of people who are responsible. See, these people are big picture thinkers. They consider long-term effects and make decisions based on their understanding of the situation in its entirety. Now that's taking responsibility, you know, gain the knowledge and gain the experience and understanding, so you can make the best kind of decisions, and that's acting responsibly. Another characteristics of responsible people are that these people do what needs to be done to the best of their ability. It also talks about dependability in this case. Another value I just talked about not so long ago. But there is, see, all these values keep coming together, but this is powerful stuff. And I hope you agree with me. So some steps to follow to become more responsible. The first one is be conscientious. Now, what you say and do makes a difference. Take every opportunity to be an example and a positive influence to those around you. Be the change you want to see in the world. And I just say that, but that's what this talks about. But you need to be conscientious about this. And the second step is admit when you are wrong. Ouch. Then apologize as soon as possible. Don't wait for this because it hasn't got the same effect. When you know you're wrong, especially when you're in leadership or in a part of a team, or whether it's at home, when you know you're wrong, take the responsibility. Yes, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up? Or I already come with a solution, what you will do to make it up. 2 powerful steps you can follow. My question is, as always, what action step will you take to implement this responsibility? See, we can all learn things. We can, whether we score ourselves a 3 or an 8, we can all do something to become that little bit more responsible. And action is where it's at. So a simple, small action step, and small action steps over time create your destiny. And you will start reaching your potential because you're growing personally. This was the value of responsibility, and I hope you enjoyed this and got something out of this. And I hope you'll take an action step, and I'll see you in the next value. Take care.